Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with that, we are back in the lobby bar for the week of February the 3rd, 2025. Brian and Michaela here with you. And Michaela, exciting times, right? We've been putting together our Oscar prize pack, right? So I got a whiskey glass made. I've got a wine glass on order. I've got some coasters ready to be made. We've got all that together, but in order to give that prize package out, we need people to go and enter our Oscar contest, and it's live. You can go do that right now.
You can go to that right now, and you should because um, I saw the glass. It's really cool. I'm very excited about this wine glass situation. That's going to be amazing. And
Mhm.
it's really fun. We've had different winners on our Oscar You Pick'ems, and so we're spreading. It's nice to see that we're spreading the love of all the Oscar stuff. That's exciting. There's a lot out now too. There were a couple more movies out that we could go see, and
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, most things are out now. There's still a couple of things we have to pin down a time and place to go see those. Mostly the shorts, but yeah, it's in pretty good shape for our Oscar watch. And yeah, you have just it's not even a month until Oscars, right? Here coming up fast. So go over to our website www.drinkmovies.com and you can enter. It's right at the top there. Just click that link and you go. You just make your picks, whatever you think is going to win, and then whoever makes the most correct picks is going to win that prize package. There's no entry or anything like that. So it's just for fun there. And we've always had a really good turnout. It seems like it's grown a little bit every year. So hopefully that continues. I think we hit three different countries last year on our entries. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So go ahead and
that
enter
is
our Oscar prize pick. And then after you've done that, maybe you can go to your local theater and take in some live performances because Michaela, that's what you did last week. And actually, that's what I did the week before. And we both had the same drink. But you were you were smart enough to take a picture of yours, so that way we could talk about it here on the lobby bar because it was pretty good.
it was pretty good. Shout out to the ladies at the bar in the mezzanine level. Y'all know who you are. You hooked me up. It was one of the
At the
best
Belk Theater
cocktails
in
at the
beautiful
Belk
Charlotte,
Theater
North Carolina.
in beautiful Charlotte. Thank you. It's like some random theater, and two women are like, "What?" No, they were amazing. For a theater cocktail. So the idea of a bar at a theater, it seems fairly new to me. Maybe it's not fairly new. Maybe they've been doing this since the theater existed. However, usually you can get glasses of wine and that's it, or some like a beer. This was like a crafted cocktail. It was called The Eye of the Hurricane, and if you know, you know, it's a song from Hamilton. We went and saw Hamilton. It was amazing, I have to say. And this was a riff on a hurricane. Had Captain Morgan Spice rum, some pineapple, orange, of course, a little bit of grenadine, and then a hint of almond. Um, it was absolutely amazing. And it's funny because they serve it, in these plastic cups. So you think, this is going to be okay. It's not nothing
Hmm.
fancy.
Hmm.
It was excellent. Um, it was spicy because of the spice rum. It had sweetness, obviously, because of all the juices and then the grenadine. The hint of almond was like more, it was kind of, I think it was like an almond syrup. I don't think it was orgeat or anything like that, but it was
Hmm.
really, really tasty. It created this silky mouthfeel to it. It was awesome. And so I wanted to share it. I took a picture. I immediately was like just blown away, went back to the bar, told the ladies how amazing they were. This was awesome. This was great.
Yeah, it was really good. It was very unexpected. Now sometimes at these shows, Michaela, I did know that they have drinks at the musical theater for a long time, and a lot of times they will do a themed cocktail, and sometimes they're a little bit hit or miss for me at least. But this one was really really good. I love the inclusion of the almond. And orgeat is something we're probably going to talk about here on the podcast as we get into some warmer months. No one really wants to have an orgeat tiki flight this time of year, or maybe this is the perfect time of year for it. Maybe I'm overthinking it there, but yeah, definitely an ingredient we want to talk about a little bit more because that is delicious and providing a little bit of mouthfeel and just like this like depth of flavor to your tiki like rum based drinks and probably some other drinks out there too. So we're going to get into that here probably in the not so distant future, but yeah, definitely mix up one of these Eye of the Hurricanes. So run through those ingredients again, Michaela. Give us your best guesstimate on how much was in that.
So I'm gonna say it was probably an ounce and a half of the rum, probably half an ounce to an ounce of pineapple juice and orange juice each. Okay.
Okay.
And then probably half an ounce of grenadine. There wasn't a ton of grenadine. It just added a darkness of color to it. It
Little
wasn't super
blush. Yeah.
red.
Hmm.
You don't want too much grenadine because depending on the grenadine syrup, it's just going to turn it into a syrupy mess. And it said a hint of orgeat or a hint of almond. I'm going to say that that was maybe half an ounce, quarter to a
Yeah.
half an ounce of almond syrup. Because it definitely wasn't like the fancy stuff, but it was really good. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Probably easier to find, less expensive too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably like one pump of the almond syrup there
Yeah.
from like the coffee syrup kind of thing. So yeah, so that sounds delicious. Probably going to try to recreate that here and wish away my winter blues. And hopefully that's going to be coming soon because it was Groundhog Day yesterday, which reminded me that was one of the very first films we covered. Michaela, last night I had myself a tried and true sweet vermouth on the rocks with a twist
Yeah.
there in honor of that. And like I said in the post, if you follow us on social media, that was like the hidden gem of these like 202 movies we've done. Here was the sweet vermouth on the rocks with the twist. That's been a
One of my
low
favorite drinks of
ABV
all
staple
time.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about movies here a little bit. Over the weekend, Dogman had a pretty good opening here, $36 million dollars to lead the way. Companion, the other new release, came in just under $10 million dollars for the weekend, $9.5 million dollars. Mufasa, One of Them Days, and Flight Risk round out the rest of the top five. Dogman, Michaela, you said you weren't going to go see it, but apparently a lot of people were pretty high on Dogman. I guess that children's book series is a little bit more beloved than we had initially thought. I think it looks pretty fun. So I don't know. I might check this out when it hits streaming. I don't know that I'm going to make it out to the theater to see because we have a lot of other things we need to go see here as we make our way towards Oscars for sure. But there is a new release this week I wanted to talk about here just a little bit, Michaela, and that is a new film. It's directed by Jonathan Usabayo. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly, so I apologize if I'm getting that incorrect. But Jonathan, this is his first time directing, but has done a lot of stunt work in the past, and that's what this film looks like it's going to play into a lot. Because Love Hurts looks like this action adventure zany kind of comedy thing starring Kei Kwan. Looks pretty fun. Might have to check this one out.
Yeah, I definitely am going to see this. I'm going to do anything I can to support Kei Kwan. I love the premise behind it that he's like this super sweet, like real estate agent that everyone just loves to love. But I guess in some backstory, he was a spy or he was like an assassin and he's a
Mhm.
total badass. Like, I love that idea that he's like this super gentle guy who will kill you with like his fingertip. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got that coming your way to the movie theaters if you're making your way out. If you're staying home, there are a couple of new streaming releases coming out. One I wanted to make mention of here is the season 4 of Mythic Quest on Apple TV Plus. You can go check that out. I've never watched Mythic Quest myself, but I hear that it's really funny and really good. So I don't know if you're familiar with that at all, Michaela, but I might have to go back and check that out. That one stars Rob McElhenney, and I think him and Charlie Day kind of were the creators behind that from, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I got that coming to your streaming devices this week. As far as the podcast goes, Michaela, we've had a couple of really good weeks here because last week we did The Wild Robot. That was really excellent. Talked about that. We cried our way through that story. We helped little Bright Bill make his way off of the island, and we had a pretty good cocktail to boot. And this week we're going to be talking about The Color Purple as it is coming up here on its 40th anniversary, their first releasing in December of 1985. So we're going to be talking about that and all of the Oscar near misses there, which is going to tie in, I think, maybe to this year's Oscars. I don't know. Have to wait and see. That's going to be coming out on Thursday. And we've got some other fun stuff going on the Patreon, patreon.com/drinkthemovies. We had our Hangout and our Mufasa episode a couple weeks back. And starting this week, we're going to be releasing our Oscar Best Picture little preview, mini episodes. We're going to go through all 10 of the best pictures there on Patreon over the course of this month, talking a little bit about the films, why we think they're nominated, what we kind of thought about those, as we've seen all of the nominees except for one so far, Michaela. So you looking forward to going through these best picture nominees?
I am really looking forward to it. And I'm excited to say that even though we are separated by more miles because I'm spending some time with some family in Texas, I found a theater where I'm Still Here is actually opening this weekend.
Mm.
So I'll actually be able to see it. Jury's still
You
out
want to go
on a
see
couple
that
of these
without me?
others,
I see. I
but
see how
I
you're
know
doing.
I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm just sharing with you my excitement that I'm actually not gonna miss any of the Best Picture movies
Mm.
because that was a fear both of us had when the nominations came out and there was no line of sight to seeing I'm Still Here. It's now coming out to a theater near you, I think on the 7th. So that's really exciting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So look for those to come out this week. And also look, coming out this week, we have the next episode of Drink the Video Games. That's going to be looking at the LucasArts Adventure Monkey Island series. So you can check that out. That's going to be dropping on Wednesday on the podcast platforms and on the YouTube channel. So check those out. Definitely appreciate that and follow along. Make sure you go get entered into our Oscar contest. It's a lot of fun. See who is the best Oscar picker of them all. Michaela is the returning champion here on Drink the Movies. So hopefully I can do better picking next, or hopefully I can do better picking this time around. So with that, let's go ahead and put a pin in this lobby bar, and we'll talk to you next week.